Hello everyone, Geo here. Today, I'll be showing you the fastest way to unlock true Zenorian difficulty. The only way to unlock it is to beat the game. However, Unicorn Overlord allows you to challenge the final boss right from the start of the game. On this brand new save, I have barely done any quests and not saved Scarlet. That means I cannot promote my class or access any of the other classes and items in the other regions. Not to worry, we don't need them. But you do need to power level yourself first. Be sure to watch my max level video and endgame items video to figure out how to do this. Link in the video description below. Now, depending on where you start the quest, that will determine where your base will be located in the final boss map. For instance, if I were to move to the east starting location for the final quest, I will appear from the east instead of the bottom of the map where I was before. Let's take a moment to briefly go over what my preferred mission objectives are. There are 4 mini-bosses that must be defeated first before you are allowed to challenge the actual final boss. I save the beast boss for last and go for the other 3 mini-bosses first. Here are the other starting locations as well. Once you fix these 2 bridges, I believe you can have a base in these 2 locations. Finding the best base location to defend is very important, since there will be multiple enemy reinforcements coming from checkpoints and spawning on the map after defeating the 3rd mini-boss. For myself, I will be choosing the middle base location. I will have access to 2 mini-bosses for me to quickly take down one after another this way. Once the final map begins, you want to locate and take down the checkpoints spawning reinforcements first. I sent 2 of my weaker units to the east in order to spam cell sword summons at the 2 mini-bosses. Once the eastern boss has low enough health, you can swoop in and finish them off. Or you can just sit and watch your cell sword summons just do all the work for you. That way, you don't trigger their boss cutscene, which means the extra mobs won't be manning the siege weapons and will chase after the summons. A lot easier than trying to rush in while under fire from the siegecraft. Meanwhile, my ace unit goes to the west alone to take down the enemy respawning checkpoint there. Once both bosses are defeated, you can gather all 3 squads to take down the 3rd boss in the northwest corner, which will trigger enemy reinforcements as soon as they are defeated. The final boss map was my first introduction to the beast classes of this game, and they are quite terrifying to fight against. They spawn on all 4 corners of the map. As a result, you have to make a mad dash to defend your base. I'll leave my base defense to my ace unit, while my 2 leftover squads man the siegecraft to repel the beasts. This part of the battle is very hard. Make sure to save often. You can easily get overwhelmed if you are underprepared. The beast reinforcements also seemingly target the player directly with another detachment going towards your base. This makes holding your ground with siege weapons the most effective strategy. These reinforcements are not infinite. Once you defeat the first wave of enemies, go after the respawning checkpoint next. In addition, once the map turns to night, the beasts will now frenzy, making their movement speed much faster. These monsters are no joke. You'll definitely need a good team comp to one-round them all. So for my next video, I'll be showcasing my 3 end game teams to use for this battle and for the rest of the game as well. The angel healer here has infinite range on their heals. Make sure to take them out while en route to the final mini-boss. Before you defeat the last of the 4 bosses, make sure you withdraw all your squads and only leave your main character squad available. That's correct. You are forced to use your main character for the final boss. Absolutely, make sure you have leveled him up. If you do not have your main character available, all your squads will be mind-controlled and attack you. Only your main character can cleanse them with valor points. The final boss will periodically shoot mind control waves. So, you have to have your squad stick together if you do not want to use the main character to fight the final boss. Having a flyer in your team also allows you to skip straight to him without having to fight his guards or try to breach the castle gates. I highly recommend the team comp I used in the video to defeat the final boss. The Griffin does extra damage to cavalry, which the final boss happens to be. The Wizard does multi-hit, damage to get rid of his 6-hit invincibility shield. The Cleric is there to heal and cleanse the debuffs that will hit your team. Your main character will be front and center as the tank. We never saved Scarlet during our speedrun. Thus, we have to put her down now. Her team comp makes her nigh invincible, so we will just cheese her with magic bombs that can be bought from the black market trader. If we leave her be, she will heal the boss. We do not want that to happen. Rest in peace, Scarlet. There's a lot to go over in this fight. It took me around 1 hour to beat the entire map. Thus, I will be uploading a full video of the entire fight later on for additional help for this battle. At last, we have reached the final boss. Now is the time to pop every single damage-boosting consumable available in the game. Use ashes to pop the Valorous Order skill. Eat those empowering and defensive drafts. And use the smoked nuts to gain stamina back. Even so, that isn't enough to beat the final boss. We must also abuse our damage re-rolling technique from our previous video in order to not die instantly. Keep shuffling your teams until the scales are tipped in your favor. Repeat this process until the boss is defeated. Feel free to pause the screen to see what weapons, accessories, and tactics I used for each character as I shuffle them around some more. I have streamed 10 hours of true Zenorian difficulty, and I have to say that I am thoroughly impressed by it. This is what expert difficulty should have been in the first place. I'll be making a video review on it later. This took me a lot of re-rolls. Nonetheless, I ultimately land a round kill to end him. It's important to do this since he heals himself by 115 HP every single round. Doing high damage is an absolute must. That'll be all from me. Like and share this video if it helped. And subscribe for daily Unicorn Overlord videos.
We doing this?
We labor on.
Want some fire?
Insolence.
It seems you need this.
Bathe in darkness.
Easy win!
I must never yield.
Can't move another inch.